Hey guys, Luke here and welcome back to episode 15 on my West Tigers career mode, coach mode, manager mode, etc, etc. Now in this episode I'm going to be taking on, I think it's the Warriors and the Dragons. See here the first game against the New Zealand Warriors, who are in first spot, and we have a top 8 spot on the line. Had we won a few games before, like last episode's game. If you haven't seen that, go back and watch it. It's pretty interesting in my opinion. It does play a big part into these games coming up, but yeah, we could be playing for a spot in top 4, but we dropped big points against bottom ranked sides, like right at the bottom of the ladder, like wooden spoon contenders, and very disappointed in that. But we are taking on the Warriors, who look to be resting players, so not really sure what to go with that. They are coming first at this stage, but you'd think they're in a tight battle for first with the Melbourne Storm, and going resting players against a team of our calibre who have, you know, I can't remember if we actually won the game against them at the start of the season, but we definitely gave them a bit of a scare at least. And you know, we saw Storm only just get away with a win, although we did have Farah then. But I mean, we're down to our third string hooker, so you know they could be looking at our side and underestimating us. And go ahead and do that. I'm totally fine with it. The underdog story is one that I'm totally fine with, and hopefully everybody can get behind our side with, you know, total underdogs going into the finals should we make it, which you would hope we will. But Lawani starts off his game very well here. Simona went into the gap there, and we are going to be going up to the video ref here. Hopefully Simona's got it down. It's Fishiahi who's in the fullback role. There was no John Johnson as well, so I thought that was very interesting. I think Harrell's playing, Vadavais playing, and a few others playing, but for the most part, looks like a lot of the big names sitting out. But I mean, their replacements are pretty good, I'd have to say. But moving into 13th minute here, Chris Lawrence with a bit of space, gets it to Paddy Richards, who steps around one, but I think it's Vadavai comes across with a cover tackle, and that was just too easy there. Whoever it was a good tackle anyways. But Connie Harrell goes and scores, goes straight around Tedesco, and it sends our fans into, you know, head and hands there. It's just happened too many times, I think. Tedesco with those misses, but I think he's had a really good season in my opinion. Maybe the best player in the league, who knows. And you know, being the last episode, we'll have some interesting things. I'm not sure exactly what will happen for the next episode, but we'll get to that at the end of this current episode. So 6-all, Manu Vadavai, the goal-kicking winger, which I didn't know he could kick goals, but apparently he can. I suppose with Sean Johnson out, Tompkins, I don't know who would be the next in line, but we are going to be very fortunate here. Aaron Woods ends up scoring. We did blow a great opportunity just before that, if you didn't notice, but thankfully the game sort of sorted itself out. The karma came, and we ended up scoring a try there. Aaron Woods was right next to the post, so it was never going to be a missed kick from Paddy Richards and a player of his calibre. Now right here, you can argue it's a knock-on, and I think it's a knock-on every day of the week, but game didn't see that like that, and just knocked it down. Ben Henry ends up going over and putting it down, and Vadavai kicks the goal. And Ben Henry was actually someone we looked at signing. He was off contract, but decided for the money he wanted, you know, just was worth going for some other players. But Kevin O'Grima comes with a magical play there. What a palm that was! And you know, the step inside, the palm, just unstoppable. Kevin O'Grima at times. Hopefully, this is one of those games where he just goes on a wrecking spree. Really, just. As you've seen many times, some games just, like I said, unstoppable. What can you do to stop this kid? But so far, so good for this game. And Tedesco just wrapping around there with, I think it was Sirinen, whoever it was, and end up scoring a try there. Well, I think it's a try. We'll go up to the video ref, take a look. They'll take a few different looks at this from a few different angles, but you can clearly see the ball's down. But I thought I'd show the first angle. I'll end up clicking away from it, but the video ref is very lifelike. They look at many different replays on things that are quite obvious, and the ones that actually look a bit contentious, they just take the one look at and give it a no try or a try or whatever. But yeah, thought I'd just take a little jab at the video referee. I mean, it's pretty well deserved, I think. 24-12 at halftime though. I'd have to say pretty convincing performance from us. I mean, it is to be expected considering the lineup that the Warriors put out, but hey, you can only play what's in front of you, and you know, Warriors are in first spot, so you think their depth would have to be quite good to maintain that form through the whole season. But we are going to be attacking the right edge here, and I'm not sure who exactly is on that side, but you know, we're doing a fair bit of damage here. I think it's Chris Lawrence, dragged a few players there, and then the Warriors counter-attack straight back through the middles, drawing and passing here. Not sure who that's on the ball, but come up with a nice little pass here. And Tim Simono coming across. Kevin DeGrama runs down someone, and then the last play, I think it's probably Ryan Hoffman or someone, ends up with the ball there, and he dives with it. Right here, I know for sure, is I thought it was Ryan Hoffman. He made that tackle. Going to follow it up with Keith Galloway going through the middle here. And this set, just a really simple set. And you can see they give away another penalty, which results in us taking a shot at goal. And I'm probably going to take a lot of those shots. I think the penalty goal is, a little bit underrated. As a Bulldogs fan, it's something that we never take, and I wish we would at times. Right from in front, so valuable sometimes. Now we've hit the right-hand edge here. Brendan Sandage, strong passing with Chris Lawrence, and Paddy Richards cuts back inside again. Around Lola here, I think it was. Now he's heading for the corner. He's going to get run down by Fishiahi, who I believe is actually the fastest at the Warriors. So it's no surprise that Paddy Richards got run down, but I think it was really, really good play there. Now here's what I thought was actually happening just before, but Ryan Hoffman is sent to the sin bin. I think he was one that gave away the penalty the first time anyways, so it wasn't exactly wrong, but Ryan Hoffman got sent to the sin bin, and that was one of the final plays of the game. I think we did go for a quick tap or something, but nothing happened. And a 26-12 win, I'll definitely take that against, top-rated Warriors. And I think they have a bit of a shake-up on, the ladders. We see the Storm out in front by themselves now, and we've not confirmed a spot in the 8, but, we're another game closer. Just have to make sure we win this next game 100%. We don't want to leave it down to chance. But we are taking on the St. George Illawarra Dragons, who are, they're a pretty strong team in this game. We'll have to say apologies for the team jerseys. I have no control over these jerseys, but I've got a little bit of invested interest in Dragons, considering we have signed Kitty Glyman. So, hopefully he plays a pretty okay game. Hopefully not too good, for obvious reasons, because, 8's on the line, but I think it's a nice chance to have a good look at him this game. We do have a wing spot up for grabs, which I think would be Nofalumas, but he has given up a guaranteed starting spot at the Dragons to come to the Tigers, fight for a spot there. Must see something special in us. But Drew Hutchison, I think, is this one. Picks off a pass here. Chris Lawrence went for the diving tackle, couldn't make it. And then Tedesco comes across and he's pushed away, and actually it's Ewan Aiken, I think. And Ewan Aiken, yes, it is Ewan Aiken, and he scores the try. And he has a lot of strength in this game. I've come across him in, Beat Your Pro, in the under 20s, and this, and every single time we have a lot of trouble against him. So I'm definitely aware of his abilities on this game, and in real life he seems to be a bit of a prospect, I have to say. But what's interesting to this is it's also Benji up against his old club as well, so should be interesting game. Well, it already has been quite an entertaining game in my opinion. They've made another line breakdown, their left hand side, our right. Chris Lawrence, sort of a bit of a mismatch at this stage up against Ewan Aiken, but I expect Lawrence experience to come through in the second half. At least that's what you would hope anyways. But 6-0, it is a tight game. There is a fair few line breaks. You see Dragons have got 6 already. Obviously not all leading to try scoring opportunities, so it's not worth showing them more, but there is a lot of stuff happening. And right there, Curtis Sirenen really should have just went for that gap, just like Luke Brooks has here. And Luke Brooks doesn't stuff around there, goes through the gap, and he scores a try. And it's a bit of a breakout season, I'd have to say, for Brooks. Been very, very good for us. Maybe our player of the year. It is debatable, but we'll go through that in our awards, our awards ceremony episode, which I will be doing. So 6-all. And looking pretty good at this stage. I was expecting to go on with it, to be honest. That pass didn't go to who it was intended, but hopefully it can result in what was intended. So Kevin DeGrama takes it around Josh Dugan, and I was talking about him being unplayable. Right there is an example of it. So much speed. He's got the agility, the footwork, everything. Might not be reflective of him in real life. We've seen him in real life, and at times looks like he's running in quicksand. I believe there was like a whole... there was a lot of jokes going around about him when he made an intercept at one time. But, for us, obviously, blistering speed. Now, they should have scored there, and we got very, very lucky. As we did, we got super lucky against the Broncos, I think it was. I think it was Jack Reed that time, ended up doing the exact same thing there. And then, once again, very lucky. They had an open run to the line, and we come up with a huge tackle. It was Joel Lawani, our third-string hookers, both Charrington and Robbie Farah hurt. And we'll be out for the rest of the season. In fact, Farah has retired. But we couldn't recover enough in time. Maybe should have just given away the penalty, reset, especially considering the time on the clock. Could have got some changes, everything. Instead, they end up scoring a try and 12 all. Not what we really wanted. 73rd minute here. Hopefully we can make the tackle, and we can't. And I think it might be Frizzell or someone. And, you know, Dragons going to go back to back, and they're going to go score. And it is Leeson Arman, the number 10, actually. So apologies for getting that wrong. But yeah, very, very disappointed. You can see those tries. We went from being in the league comfortably to, you know, one little slip up and the game's gone here. I think it's Benji Marshall on the ball here. Just palmed off one, which was Tedesco, I believe it was. And Benji Marshall goes and scores, and that is game over. Scores against his former club, and very, very disappointed to end the game the way and end the regular season this way. But we've seen many times, you know, all you have to do is make the 8, and fingers crossed we actually have made the 8. We'll take a look at the ladder in a second, and just before we do that, take a look at the final scoreline. See there, they run away with it in the end there. Just so many runaway tries. Pushing away the fullback Tedesco, especially, which was a little bit worrying. But we'll have to deal with that. We'll have to deal with that for sure. So there were all the other results of the games. And as you can see there, the results went our way, and we have snuck into the 8. I think it really came down to our for and against, really. 30 points. We were tied with the Cowboys, Bulldogs, and Roosters couldn't come up with their results. And obviously we're in the 8, so there is going to be a finals video, and each finals game, should we go further and further and further, we're going to have, you know, individual games. Not going to be live comment or anything, but you know, they're going to be highlights of that game, so maybe extended highlights. So hopefully you enjoy that. Hopefully you've enjoyed the regular season, and hopefully we've got the squad to do a little bit of damage. I mean, I'm not really expecting us to go all the way or anything, especially with Farah's injury. Had Farah been there, might have been a different story, but he's not. But yeah, we've got to deal with that. And Lawani, he's done a fine job since coming in. Which, you know, he's played a whole 2 games, but whatever. Okay, you know, 2 games, 2 games. So thank you for watching, guys. Hopefully you can leave a like, because this is where the video is going to end. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, at Mr. Luke on my Twitter handle. Thanks the page in the description below. Make sure you leave comments. I'll definitely reply to them. And if I can't reply, it's just because it won't let me. And yeah, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.